You are watching PunkTV.ca, streaming videos on demand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now with over 15,000 assets from videos to interviews, photos and reviews of CDs, movies, and hot new products. PunkTV.ca is your web TV magazine, so keep watching PunkTV.ca.
That's definitely the market of today. So we've talked about the technology. Tell us about the music. What do you think about punk rock these days? What do you think about the evolution of the genre? And what do you think about, music that's inspiring you? What is inspiring you?
Well, I don't actually listen to much music. I'm always involved with either finishing something off I'm doing or writing or something. So I'm finding that I haven't got much time to listen to music, which is unfortunate. And I think a lot of musicians would agree with that when they become professional, they don't listen to music as avidly as they did do because they just don't have the time. And your head is full up with either music you're working on. I mean, when you've been in an editing suite 7 days a week for 5 weeks listening to the same songs over and over again, you've got those in your head, or in a mixing studio, a mixing suite, or a recording studio. Your head is full of that stuff, and you don't have the time or the desire to put anything else in there. So I actually have a lot of quiet time, downtime, where I'm not actually, because I've got stuff going on in my head still. So I'm not actually listening to a lot of music. As far as where punk is at the moment, well, I mean, it's I don't know if it's quite true that the Stranglers were punks. I mean, just like the Police, Jam, Blondie.
By today's standards, the Police were never punk. By today's standards,
Elvis Costello as well. I mean, it's just so happened that all these bands and the Stranglers, all these artists, all got the chance to come out and be successful and popular and find an audience at the time as the other more hard-edged bands came out. So
you can't compare Blondie to the Sex Pistols, even though they were both part of the same. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, but I can see why there had to be a cohesion. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been recognised as a force. I think what they've done, which is right, is they've stayed true to themselves. Because I think the worst thing you can do is try and go the way that you think something's going to go, or try and change to fit in with something. I mean, I think if you believe in what you do and you think you've got a style or a way of saying something, a way of creating something, you should stick to that. And if people are in tune with you, they are, and if they're not, they're not. And it's just one of those things, It's you can't. The most dangerous thing is to try and fit in with something else.
You're not a pre-interview kind of guy?
If there's something I don't want to talk about, I'll just say I don't want to answer that question. Can we move on? But it is called Getting to Grips with the Stranglers, so I guess it's going to be mentioning the band,
How you left the band?
Yeah, all this sort of stuff, which I've gone over many times before,
Well, we don't have to get into that, but just so kids know, you left the band in 1990 or so.
A long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, and the band has gone on, but you've gone on. I think you released 6 solo albums since then.
I'll think about that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm very, every time they go out and do a tour, or every time something happens for them, they have my ultimate blessing, because I still get my royalties.
Right.
So
without the work,
I don't want them to stop working. I want them to keep playing. And in fact, this autumn they're doing a greatest hits tour, which I think is a great thing to do, because that's a tribute to the time that I was with them. So I'm very happy, and I hope it's a great success.
But you never step in and do a song with them?
Not particularly. I'm too busy.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to ever look back and harbor ill will, does it?
No, you've got to look to the future.
Yeah. And you've definitely done that. So thank you for sharing that with us. We've got the new album, of course, it's called Hoover Dam.
That's right.
We've got Blueprint, which is the movie. And also people can buy a 45-song greatest hits, which is called People, Places, and Pieces.
Well, it's not quite a greatest hits. What it is, it's a selection of Stranglers songs reinterpreted, because I'm only a trio now. I don't carry keyboards, so they're new versions of some of the old classics, and mixed in with my own solo catalogue.
And that's only available by mail order?
That's absolutely right, and it's 45 tracks, yeah.
Okay, and so where can kids learn more about you? It's myspace.com/ is it Hugh Cornwell?
Yes, exactly, and also HughCornwell.com is my website, and the download is available at hooverdamdownload.com.
All right, so I'm sure all the kids are going to go pick it up, and it's been really exciting talking to you. I want to thank you for your time.
To you as well.
Yeah, you bet.
Track.
All right, I'm Dixon Christie from PunkTV.ca, and I've been talking to you.
Got pretty good teeth, I got a smile underneath, on a mission to please one and all. 'Cause I'm on the wrong side of the track. Got a talent or two for getting out of a stew when they got me backed up to the wall. 'Cause I'm on the wrong side of the track. Turn my face to the wall. I don't belong here at all. I'm any part in a squall, as a matter of fact. I'm wrong side of the track. I know what to say when conversation's in play. I know the words to parlay at the ball. 'Cause I'm on the wrong side of the track. I read all the books, I got a dose of good looks. In a crisis, I know who to call. 'Cause I'm on the wrong side of the track. Turn my face to the wall. I don't belong here at all. I'm any part in a squall, as a matter of fact. I'm wrong side of the track. A birth on a plane in the tail. 'Cause I'm on the wrong side of the track. I will send you a card or telephone from afar to let you know when they put me in jail. 'Cause I'm on the wrong side of the track. Turn my face to the wall. I'm wrong side of the track.
Rock! Watch PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.